Welcome to the Social Chase, along with my host, Sarah.
Hello.
And today we have Meghan Cave and Justyna Balzar.
Hi. Hello.
So Meghan, can you explain what the Hangout Spot is and what's your ultimate goal for the Hangout Spot?
Absolutely. So Justyna and I are the co-founders of the Hangout Spot. We are actually board certified behavior analysts. So sometimes you might hear the abbreviation BCBAs. We are licensed by the Connecticut Department of Public Health as behavior analysts. And the Hangout Spot is actually Connecticut's first behavior analytics social skills development center. So we use the science of applied behavior analysis to teach play and social skills across the entire developmental progression. We really believe that all individuals have a right to meaningful friendships and relationships throughout their entire lifespan. So we're talking about being able to participate in a play date, being able to hang out with other people, right? Being able to interact successfully with other people in the workplace, understanding the social nuances that come along with romantic relationships, and then being able to go out into your community and interact successfully with other people. So our mission is to provide the supports that our clients need to develop real reciprocal relationships with other people throughout their lives, and really empowering them to be to be an integral part of their community as it relates to interacting with other people.
That's nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, where did the idea or the name of the Hangout Spot come from?
So we came up with the name out of a desire to create a place where children of all ages, regardless of abilities, could be proud to share with others, a place that they really looked forward to coming to. So children who don't struggle with social interactions have no shortage of after-school activities, weekend activities, sports, and certainly no shortage of play dates. And that's not always the case for learners that do struggle with social interactions. Their after-school and weekend activities mostly consist of therapies that sound very clinical in nature. And while we cannot underscore the importance of therapies enough, it's just simply not as fun to say that you're going to see a therapist after school as it is to say that you would be going to a place like the Hangout Spot, where you just so happen to be learning how to navigate those social nuances while in a successful way, while interacting and having fun with others. Very much like the clever name, The Social Chase. So if I was a young teen or tween, I would be very proud to say that I'm going to a social chase event during the week or on the weekend.
Nice.
Cool. How did you come to work with learners with autism?
That's a good question. So we both had slightly different pathways here. I actually started out working at a camp for children with special needs called Camp Sunrise out of Glastonbury, Connecticut. And that's really where I fell in love with the world of autism. I ended up becoming a special education teacher. So I supported a lot of learners with autism in my role there. And in doing so, I discovered the power of applied behavior analysis and what an incredible impact that can have on people's lives. So I pursued my board-certified behavior analyst certificate. Justyna had a similar but slightly different pathway. She started off as a frontline technician providing applied behavior analysis services to learners with autism. She then pursued additional credentials in the field. So Justyna was a board-certified assistant behavior analyst, as well as now a board-certified behavior analyst. And the two of us met in our role in the public school districts. Justyna also comes with experience providing ABA services in the private school setting. So to talk a little bit about our roles here, we've both just really fallen in love with the autism community. And we really have grown this appreciation for the incredible benefits that applied behavior analysis can offer to that community, but also to the world at large.
Nice, amazing. So how does autism affect your life every day?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that stands out most prominently to us is an appreciation for diversity and the opportunity to celebrate so many of the successes that the autism community and members of that community bring to this world. So throughout our journeys, we've met some incredible individuals. Chase, I mean, you're a children's book illustrator. That is unbelievable. Your accomplishments are really amazing. And I'm sitting over here. I just had the opportunity to meet you today, and you're, you were in theater school and doing all these incredible things. I mean, we all have, Justyna, you had your own dreams and over the years here. And I think there's so many moments where we can celebrate people's successes. And I think that in celebrating some of the very unique successes of members of the autism community, it's really a pleasure to be a part of. I've recently met some individuals who are giving back and helping to develop legislature that benefits the autism community. It's really just the opportunity to celebrate some of those successes and the talents that individuals bring to our world is really amazing.
What is ABA and why does it apply through social skills?
So ABA stands for Applied Behavior Analysis, and in short, it's the science of learning and behavior. The ultimate goal of ABA is to help learners reduce problem behaviors and skills that really don't serve them, and in return, replace or create behaviors and habits that improve their quality of life, whatever that means to him or her using a proven individualized approach. ABA can actually be used to teach any skill. So I use ABA to help reduce some of my own bad habits and help replace them with healthier ones, with the ultimate goal of hopefully making me a better person to be around. We chose to use ABA and apply it to social skills instruction because it's a proven effective approach, and it's had a really big impact on the lives of the learners and families that we've worked with, but also in improving our own quality of life.
That's interesting because I also had ABA therapy in elementary school.
Okay, and what was your experience like with that?
It was cool. I just learned about certain knowledge questions.
Awesome.
That's nice.
So professionals often say that there are foundational skills that people like me need to work on before they are ready to work it out on social skills. What is your response to that?
Good question. So we believe that there are no prerequisite skills that individuals require in order to be ready to work on social skills, because humans by nature are social beings. So from the very moment we enter this world, we rely upon successful interactions with other people to survive. And I'll give you a few examples there. So babies, right? Newborn babies, they fuss and they cry to indicate what they want and need. They also begin to recognize the difference between familiar faces and faces of strangers. And then if you've ever played with a newborn baby, right, you recognize that they begin to laugh and smile in response to social stimulation. Those are all means by which young infants require the use of social skills to navigate their world successfully. The other point we often hear here is that individuals who have not yet developed a verbal communication system are not able to benefit from social skills instruction. And we very much disagree with that. So to borrow from an example of a major inspiration to us, Ashley of Mission Cognition up in New Jersey, which you should absolutely check out if you have the opportunity to do so. Ashley often poses this question to people. Have you ever lost your voice? And we've all done that, right?
Yeah,
we've all been sick and we've all lost our voice.
I mean,
So when you lose your voice, do you lose all your social skills?
No, you could use your nonverbal communications in order to get your point across, or if you have like a notebook or a notepad, just write it down.
Exactly. You hit it right on the head there. So we would actually argue that when you lose your voice, social skills become that much more important to your ability to navigate your world successfully, right? So when we think about the autism community, there's many ways that people communicate, right? So certainly there are many individuals who have verbal communication systems or means of communicating verbally with other people, right? But there's also individuals who use assistive technology devices, so an iPad to communicate. We know many learners who use signs or gestures to communicate, or some individuals might be verbal communicators, but they might communicate in shorter phrases, right, versus full long sentences. We believe that all of those individuals can learn and benefit from social skills instruction because of what we've just talked about here.
Nice. Now, for our viewers at home who want to get more involved and want to get more social skills, where can they find you?
That's a great question. So you can also find us on our website at thehangoutspotlllc.com. All right, guys, so now we have a couple of questions for you. Chase, what is the hardest part about learning social skills?
Well, there's trying to force myself to talk in conversations, and it just feels a little tiring just doing that.
Also coming out of your comfort zones. When I anytime I go to a new school, I'm usually alone or staying in my little corner, and usually it takes me a while to get comfortable with people around me, and I will break out of my shell.
Yeah, and that can be hard for all of us. I mean, I'm thinking of when we go to conferences, big ABA conferences, or sometimes if you go alone and you don't know anyone, sometimes it's easier to just kind of sit and do your own thing than to try and start up a conversation with someone. So I think it's hard for
and I think speaks to our earlier point about why social skills learning, right, is so valuable for all of us, right? Not just individuals on the spectrum, but we all have things to learn about how we can interact better with other people and make this world a better place in that regard. So great points. So can you tell me a little bit about the social chase and how it has helped you to learn social skills? So what are some of the activities you do that have helped you with that?
Well, we do have game night, and there is this game called Apples to Apples, which gives me the opportunity to do conversations with others.
That's awesome.
We also have a bowling at Woket Lanes from 2 to 4, and it will, like, anytime you're in a lane, you have to conversate while you're waiting for your turn to bowl. There's encouragement, so like if you say you have a 7-10 split and you miss, other people will encourage you, hey, nice try, next turn you'll get it, or next time you'll get it.
Right.
So it's all encouragement.
Yeah, there's some great skills that you're able to practice by being able to participate in those types of activities.
And an amazing sense of community, I would imagine.
Oh, amazing.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, Megan and Justyna, is there anything you want to share with our audience?
Yeah, actually, when it comes to ABA, I think everybody has different experiences with it. And just like with different practitioners, when you go to the dentist or to the doctor, you're not always going to get the same quality of service. Not every dentist is going to be the best or your favorite. And I think that goes along with ABA as well. So
yeah, I mean, the basic point here being it's all about finding the right relationship, the correct fit, somebody who really understands the needs of your family, right, and who's able to meet those needs. And just because you couldn't find that, if a dentist wasn't the perfect dentist for you, that doesn't mean you're never going to go to the dentist again, right? So we would just encourage viewers to really give them that some thought. If you have heard things about applied behavior analysis that may give you some feelings that aren't positive, right? Really take the time to get to know your providers, to understand the science and the incredible benefits it can bring to people's lives, and find someone who's going to be the right fit for you, because there's really incredible results that can happen with the use of our science, but you have to have a provider and a practice that you're comfortable with, just as any other service you would pursue.
Yeah, and do your research, because there's a lot of information out there on things to look for that indicate quality ABA and things to look for that indicate red flags. Right. Just as you should do your research when you go to any other provider, the same goes for ABA.
Absolutely. I think one of our ultimate goals in what we do at the Hangout Spot, having seen some of the things out there that may not be the highest quality care, our goal is to provide what we consider to be the leading quality and ethical treatment, right? So that it's one of our core values is that we believe as a consumer, anybody who is pursuing applied behavior analysis has a right to effective intervention from someone that they know is going to do right by them. And that's really one of our big passions in life is bringing that to the community. So
that is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justyna and Megan, for sharing that information. And just in case you'd forgotten, I also had ABA that worked just fine for me. I used to be quiet, but now I feel more talkative.
That's great.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And thank you, Sarah, for being in co-host with me again.
You're welcome.
Yep. Thanks for watching.